$50,000-$60,000 that we think we save on the bus contract. I mean, is there any thought to applying that toward keeping a teacher, or is there any possibility of that, or?
That remains to be discussed. I mean, it could be used to reduce the expense budget reductions I just described. You know, you could apply that savings so as not to reduce the school budgets. That's one approach. You could apply it, remember, it's a one-time revenue. It's a
Right.
one-time
Right.
realization
It's
of
just
funding.
next year, it's just this
Yeah.
fiscal 2008.
Yes, it could be a teacher as well.
But if it's a teacher, we don't have the money next year.
Right. But
Wait a
that's,
minute, the bus contract is gonna remain at that level for 3 years.
yes.
Right, but he only budgeted it for,
Yeah, in FY '08, we are realizing a savings of $60-something thousand for busing.
right,
And yes, going ahead, we projected costs too.
depending on
Yeah.
fuel and pre, okay.
Yeah.
And if we use the money to save a position now, we're gonna have a problem next year either way.
Right, right. Okay.
I guess, you know, not to belabor this point, but if there is something that is, if there are any untouchables that you, as a committee or as individuals, don't want me to consider, I'd like to hear about it.
I'm gonna send an email tomorrow.
But,
You know, as much as I'd like to, I don't see how I could. You know, anything that one of us asked you to preserve would result in a major cut somewhere else. So,
Okay.
I remember years ago, before you came on board, Dr. O'Donoghue had convened a group of parents and administrators and what have you, ostensibly to look at, I can't think of the man's name, there was a.
Deming.
Huh?
Deming?
Yes, Deming's ideas.
No.
And the talk of MCAS was just beginning at the state level, and Neil Sanders said something about having to put all of our resources into the, whatever the state was doing. I said to him naively that I thought our standards would always be higher than whatever the state. And now we have no money to implement any standards higher than the state. And it's,
Okay. So we will continue to implement the plan and be reporting at our meetings. Our next meeting is the 25th. We should have more detail at that time, correct, Dr. Troughton? Okay, thanks. All right, let's get to routine matters. Bills and payrolls, I believe they're signed, they're done. Minutes,
I looked at them, I did.
we have the regular session of May 14th, and we have the executive session of May 14th.
I move to approve as written with only two tiny amendments, and that's that the, under 2A, the paragraphs are not numbered. They should be 1 and 2, rather than 0 and 0.
They were all zeros, actually. Yeah, okay, you're right.
So,
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was, what?
Just under 2A on the
oh,
regular.
no,
meeting.
and I'm sorry, on page 7 as well, under correspondence, those should be numbered 1 through.
Yeah, it says zeros instead of
letter
numbers.
A through D, I think.
So it says
So that
amended
goes-
then.
Yeah. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Unanimous? Executive session minutes?
Move to approve as written.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? Budget update, there is none. Staffing, David?
Called the first staffing, hearing, but we've already mentioned.
Right, last
Sally
week.
Ducey, has submitted a letter of intent to resign from her position as an English teacher at the high school. She has been moving to Arizona.
Okay. We have no bids and donations. I do not believe there are any subcommittee reports to be made. We do have athletic subcommittee tomorrow at 12:30, and the finance planning team Friday morning at 8:15, correct?
Do we have a policy subcommittee scheduled? I don't think so.
No strategic planning updates?
So Emery, I didn't include on here, but the Citizen Scholarship Foundation reception is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
And administrative reports, anything? No. Okay. And correspondence? No. Okay. Next meeting is Monday, June 25th. Do we need to set our July meeting?
We do it then.
Okay. All right. Oh, and also the School Finance Strategies Committee is meeting Thursday at 7 o'clock. And we need an executive session for the purpose of collective bargaining and litigation, and return to open session for the purpose of adjournment. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Or do I have to say it?
No, that's
Full.
okay. Have a second? Take the roll. Mrs. Davis?
Aye.
Mr. Jerby?
Aye.
Mr. Venezia? Aye. Mr. Webster says aye. Good night.